This hearing traditionally gives the American people the chance to see the differences between the priorities and values of our two parties. Those contrasts will be made absolutely clear today. The Trump budget is shockingly extreme, the antithesis of what the American people have said they want from their government. It leaves no question of what this administration values: greater gains for millionaires and corporations at the expense of American families, economic progress, and our national security. Yes, the president's budget is a betrayal, a line-by-line tally of broken promises. But above all, it's a shattering of dreams and the loss of hope and opportunity for millions of families. This budget starts by taking away health care, then food, then housing, then education, then job opportunities. For nearly every American family struggling to get ahead, this budget makes that much harder, if not impossible. The level's budget cuts non-defense discretionary funding for 2018 by a massive $54 billion from the already austerity-level spending cap. Then the budget goes haywire, cutting NDD more and more each year until 2027, when investments are decimated by nearly 30%. And that's without adjusting for inflation. A 30% cut in non-defense discretionary spending, which includes homeland security, education, medical research, veterans' health care, transportation, and much more, represents a total disinvestment in our nation and a complete departure from every standard of responsible governing. But it gets worse. We know that at least 24 million Americans would lose health care coverage because this budget includes the Republican health care repeal bill. This budget cuts Medicaid by another $600 billion. That's a total cut of $1.4 trillion to a program that is the only source of health care for tens of thousands of individuals in every single congressional district in the country. The vast majority of those people are children, seniors in nursing homes, and the disabled. This budget actually targets help for people with disabilities, cutting Social Security disability insurance by as much as $72 billion, despite the president's pledge to not touch Social Security at all. And it cuts $193 billion from the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. This is the program that makes sure our poorest families have at least some chance to put a meal on the table. It provides just $1.42 per person per meal, again, mainly to seniors, children, and the disabled. The president's budget eliminates or eviscerates 14 education and arts programs, makes it harder for Americans to get needed skills to compete for jobs, guts investments in rural and urban communities, jeopardizes the safety of our food, air, and water, and leaves roads and bridges to crumble. The Trump administration makes all these cuts for one simple and frankly disgraceful reason: to hide the fact that their huge tax breaks for millionaires, corporations, and special interests will explode the debt.